What's up, YouTube? It's Todd Guy, the Vinyl Zombie. It's been a tough week. As some of you know, they're friends with me on Facebook, Instagram. Sorry. It's tough. So let's talk about something else first. I got a few records to show today. This will be the only video this week. For one thing, apparently I caught something this past Friday. I was sick all weekend. I'm still kind of sick today. I'm filming this on Tuesday. And I'm still getting over it. I had a COVID test yesterday on Monday. Came back negative. I don't have COVID, which is great. I just wanted to cover all my bases. And yeah, no COVID. So some kind of cold. Probably because stress and killed my immune system, probably. Most likely. I don't know if I'm able to talk about this. Let's show the records. So the first record I found was this U2, Unforgettable Fire. Found this, I think I found two of these at Koichi Antique Place, and then the other one I bought new, which is something I wanted on vinyl anyway. So this has got Pride, Name of Love's on here. That's really the only song I know. That was like the big hit off of this. I had this on cassette, and I saw this on vinyl, and I said, "Oh, I'll get it." I listened to it. Last song on each side kind of skips a little bit for some reason. I cleaned it, so I don't have to clean it again. Maybe. Yeah. Unforgettable Fire. U2. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Aerosmith Greatest Hits. I assume it's an early press. It's got all the big hits on here. Dream On, Same Old Song and Dance, Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, Back in the Saddle, Draw the Line, Kings and Queens Come Together. I don't really remember Last Child. I remember Walking in the Sand, but apparently those were hits as well. Used. Good. Listen to both of those. Haven't listened to this one yet. This just came out, I think, this past Friday, actually. A couple of different versions. There's this version, and there's a version with like the extended version with like four vinyl, 4 records. This is just the 2. I didn't want all the extra stuff. I never really listened to that stuff anyway. But this is Ozzy Osbourne. No Rest for the Wicked. This is not No Rest for the Wicked. What the fuck am I saying? This is No More Tears. No Rest for the Wicked is one I really, really want. So, this is No More Tears. This is after No Rest for the Wicked. This has got the song No More Tears. This is a hit. Mama, I'm Coming Home was the hit. Sin, Hellraiser, Zombie Stomp, Road to Nowhere. Just the gatefold. I'm not going to take it out. So yeah. There's that. Double disc, 180 gram. Fairly cheap. I've seen a couple things, people saying it's excuse me. Doesn't sound like the greatest in their opinion. But whatever. Vinyl nowadays a lot of times doesn't really sound the greatest anyway. It's just kind of whatever. So yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. No More Tears. So I think I just heard the mailman. I got a record coming today. I'm gonna go check it. So I'm back. Here's the mail. This is what I got in the mail. Fates Warning, Night on Brocken. Fates Warning's first album. I think it's their first album anyway. It's a different cover. One that everybody else might know is the one that looks like an elf or something on the cover with like. If I find a picture, I'll stick it up here. But yeah, that's that. This is just kind of a stupid cover. Picture of the moon in the black background. But this is a great album, though. I listened to this streaming. I listened to it before, didn't really click, and I listened to it again. I'm like, wow, this is actually really fucking good. I can't tell you, like, none of the songs like stuck in my head where I can tell you how good they are, but I do know it's good. No insert or anything. No just a plain sleeve. Metal blade. It's 1984, so. Night on Brocken by Fates Warning. Okay, so that's the records. I mean, pretty good haul. So let's get on to the more difficult thing to talk about. As some of you know, because you're friends on Facebook, with me in Instagram. He's just a dog. He's just a dog. We had to put Loki down. Almost a week ago. Trying to get through this. He was our baby. We still got Sadie. Sadie's over there sleeping. I think she loves it that she's the only dog. She's been spending a lot of time with us, so I think she kind of knows. I just kind of try to get through this. I really don't want to cry on camera. I don't want to have to stop it again. So, what happened with Loki? Our baby was it about a month? Maybe a month and a half. He started not really wanting to eat. He'd eat little bit here and there. Wouldn't eat his food. He'd eat like treats. He'd eat like he didn't want carrots. He loved carrots. He wouldn't eat carrots anymore for some reason. We didn't know what it was. We had this bag of pork chomps. They're called. They're square. Chewies, kind of. There's no rawhide. He would love those. He'd chew those up in like freaking a matter of like 10-15 minutes and be gone. He stopped wanting to eat those. So we're like, okay, something's going on here. And we tried changing his food. We changed his food. First time we fed it to him, he ate it right up. But then after that, he was kind of like, didn't want it. So like, okay, we need to take him to the vet. We took him to the vet. They checked him out and stuff, and they said, well, maybe he's got like an intestinal virus or something like that. So they gave us some pills, antibiotics, and some digestive prescription food, and that seemed to help. He got his appetite back. He was eating. He fucking mowed the food down like he always would. But he still wasn't really eating carrots much. He wasn't eating the chewies. So there's something still going on. So the pills are used up. And like 3 days after the pills were gone, he didn't want anything to eat again. Just eating little bits here and there. And then he started vomiting. anything he ate. He wouldn't eat anything. We tried to give him all kinds of stuff. Stuff we wouldn't normally give him because we knew he needed to eat. He'd eat certain stuff, but then hours later he would throw it up. So we called the vet. I mean, this is going on for a week before we said we need to take him back to the vet. One moment. So we couldn't get into the vet right that day. We had to wait a couple days. It wasn't... It was Monday after we called him. It was like 3-4 days. So, my wife has Mondays off. I had to work. So she went to bring him. She noticed his gums and around his eyes were kind of yellow. So that instantly is jaundice. We're like, oh, jaundice usually means the liver. Sure enough, the vet said, yep, he's got liver disease. We're like, okay, what can we do? So they gave us all kinds of medication. They wanted to do an ultrasound because he had a big chest, like a barrel chest. It was hard to feel anything, and she didn't think x-rays would really be able to see anything through that. Ultrasound would work better. We're like, okay. This was Monday. They couldn't do an ultrasound until Thursday. Okay? Because that's the only time they can detect there. We're like, okay, so we made the schedule for Thursday. They gave him fluids. We had to bring him back every day to get fluids. The pills we had to give him, since he wasn't eating anything, we had to fight to get those pills down his throat. And he threw those up. I don't think he even got any of the stuff from the pills. So we're like really worried. Like, how are we supposed to get the pills in him and keep him down if he can't keep anything down? So every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, every morning he was jaundiced until we brought him in to get the fluids, which seemed to help. Had no energy, very lethargic. So we said, can we get the tech here earlier to get the ultrasound, just to see, what's going on with his liver, something else we can do. So I took that Wednesday off. I had a upset stomach anyway, because I was nervous, I guess. So my wife went to work. I stayed home, waiting for the call. I didn't get the call. My wife came home early, about 1 o'clock. And yeah, it was his liver, but it wasn't technically liver disease, it was cancer. Pretty fucking far along cancer. We have no idea how long he's had cancer. It was at least a month and a half, because he's having issues. Could have been longer. And they didn't say one way or the other if, what his chances were, if we did radiation, if we did chemo. The vibe my wife and I both got from the vet was that it probably wouldn't work. She didn't come out and say that. We had to make a decision. It was the worst, not the worst, it was the hardest decision we had to make. I mean, that dog was my wife's dog. Because she took a few months off last year during the pandemic because her work closed for a couple months during the whole lockdown thing. So she was home with that dog every day for 2 months. And they bonded a lot. And that dog was up her ass all the time. Sitting on the couch, he would be right up on her lap all the time. Nobody could sit next to her. He had to be between them my wife was fucking heartbroken. She took it really fucking hard. I'm taking it hard, but she's taking it a lot harder than me. That was her baby. So that's what happened. My dog had cancer, and it was really, really advanced. And they didn't think there was anything would really help. He may have got a couple more months, and we just decided, fuck it. I mean, I don't mean to say fuck it, but we didn't want to prolong. He was miserable. We could tell he was miserable. He didn't want to eat. He didn't want to play. He was sleeping all the time. It's just heartbreaking because when we decided to do it, we brought him out of the vet to walk him around and spend the last few 30 minutes or whatever with him. He kept wanting to go to the car and get in and just come home. I would have loved to just bring him home and let him just pass away here. But my wife didn't want to do that. So, because she was afraid she was going to wake up in the morning one night or in the middle of the night and he was going to be dead beside her. And she did not want to deal with that. I understand that. I don't think I could have handled that either. So, I mean, I appreciate all of you if you've made it this far and listened to me talk about my dog, who I've shown on camera a couple times, and just it's easier for me to talk to a camera than somebody face to face. It's hard to explain, but we'll miss him. Yeah. So that's it. This is going to be the only video this week. I do appreciate everybody for watching this. Hopefully next week I'll be back with some more content. Back to 3 videos a week. We'll see. Yeah. Till then, rock on. Oh, and love your pets, because they love you unconditionally.